Hello, guys. This is Shar. Welcome back. Now, I'm back to add on to the earlier video about Amanda Seal and Lil Scrappy. Now, Amanda has since replied back and gave her views on Scrappy revealing in a podcast that they had sex. He actually said the F bomb, okay? However, it turns out that Amanda Seal actually did reveal to the BAM. Her name is Bambi, but Scrap's mother referred to her as the BAM. Don't know what her real name is, but Amanda did reveal to the BAM that she what did she say? She didn't say, because the way she said it left it to the imagination, like, oh, did they do anything physically or did they not? She said something to the effect of like kicking it, or we kicked it. I think she said we kicked it. And I got the clip, so we'll hear exactly what she said. So forgive me if it's not those exact words. However, whatever the wordage was, it still could be left to the imagination. It could be reasonable doubt. Okay, it could be left to the imagination that they did it or they didn't do it, because she didn't actually say that like Scrap did. She said something to the effect of like, we kicked it. Kicked it could just means that they hung out a little bit, went and did a couple of things, hung out or whatever, had some drinks, went to the bar, whatever, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that they did the do. So I feel like she used that word cleverly and intentionally. However, Scrap actually said that they actually did it. So there it is. Now, the other thing with that is that, I guess a man to Scrap's surprise, I guess he did not really realize, he didn't watch the interview with the BAM and Amanda in its entirety, because he would have saw or heard that Amanda did reveal this to her already within the interview. And then on the flip side of that, apparently Amanda did not say this, that her and Scrap kicked it right away. It wasn't like within the first, I guess, 10 or 15 minutes of the interview, because he didn't even know. He thought he was really bussing Amanda out by revealing that in this podcast. That's what I'm thinking. Because the way he worded it, and you guys heard in the first video, the way he worded it, it was like he was revealing it. He was, he was telling the truth that they had kicked it. Well, he actually used the F-bomb. All right. So it was clear that he wasn't aware that Amanda had actually said that him and her had kicked it to BAM in that interview. Now, back to Amanda, it still was in bad taste, Amanda, because you actually told this woman that during an interview. Who does that? Like, you should have told her that this is something that should have been revealed to her prior to her accepting the interview. And more than likely, she probably wouldn't even have accepted the interview with you. Because if I remember correctly, I think the BAM wanted to interview she wanted to interview with someone and tell her side of the story about all the mess that was going on in her and Scrappy's marriage at the time. And because I remember seeing a little bit of this online, but I didn't really get all off into it. But I think Tasha K reached out to her to do an interview with her. And because if I'm not mistaken, I think, did Scrap do an interview with Tasha K? He did an interview. He did a big interview with someone. So this is what prompted her to want to do an interview as well. And I believe Tasha K reached out to the BAM. And you guys drop down in the comments, because I believe that he did an interview with Tasha K, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then Tasha K also reached out to the BAM, and so did Amanda Seales. And she ended up accepting the interview with Amanda Seales. Now, to her surprise, she got that in the interview where Amanda was like, me and Scrap used to kick it with a crazy little laugh. And then the BAM, in fact, also had a very uncomfortable laugh. Like she was just trying to laugh it off, but she was also uncomfortable because she was like, no, no, like, no, I didn't know, So it was very uncomfortable, and it does not seem staged, but it does seem staged that Amanda was like, okay, let me just let this girl know. I'm going to let her know in the interview. I'm going to get it off my chest so it don't seem like I'm up to no good, yada, yada, yada. But you are, though, because that's not something that you reveal to someone in a interview like that. Now, could have been that Amanda was like, told her in the beginning prior to, like, girl, I used to kick it with Scrap, but, whatever, and went on to tell her details or whatever. But, I'm going to actually say it to you during the interview, if you don't mind, or whatever. That it could have been a conversation behind the scenes prior to the interview. It could have. But just going by the way that the BAM laughed, like how she laughed it off, like uncomfortably, it does not seem like Amanda told her ahead of time to me, because it seemed like if it was something staged and they talked about it already, she would have been like, oh, what, girl, for real? No, I didn't, that type of thing, playing it off, bad actress type thing. You know what I mean? Because it's not a shock, because you already know. Y'all done already went through those motions, prior to. But for her to be like, no, I didn't, no. I feel like the woman just told her during the interview. But anyway, so I don't want to make this video long. Amanda replied, she was all over the place. She was all over the place. I didn't play all the footage, all the audio, but she was kind of all over the place, because what I'm hearing is that when Scrap revealed this on the podcast that he was on, she was already online, not talking about that stuff, but she was already online. So someone obviously messaged her during her live, and she was kind of like freaking out a bit. Not in a negative way, but she was just kind of like, what, surprised. So let me let you guys hear. Hold on. I got a couple of them. Wait a minute. Let's see. Stuff, and it comes out wrong. That wasn't it. Hold on. So when this former... No. This is Amanda actually telling the BAM that she kicked it with Scrap.
Did you know that I used to Scrap? No. I did not. Did you know that I used to Scrap? No.
Yeah, so you heard her. Did you know I used to... And I guess she did say, so to my correction, she did say the F-bomb as well. She said, did you know I used to with Scrap? Did you know I used to F with Scrap? So, yeah. So she did say the F-bomb. So to me, that is not left to the imagination. F with them means they did the do. So, okay, that's cool. She actually revealed that. However, like I said, she still did it during an interview, and the BAM was clearly uncomfortable. She was like, no. She was surprised because she didn't know. Now, the next clip is Amanda trying to act like her and the BAM is on the same team or whatever. And I'm quite sure she ain't talked to BAM since that interview, because BAM probably literally wanted to smack her before she left, for doing that to her, because Amanda does have a podcast, and clicks and views and all that mess is important. And I think that's why she did it, which is unfortunate. People do a lot for clicks and views and stuff like that. We know that. But I believe that is why she did it. But for her to act like her and the BAM has teamed up together, it's like, girl. And then she tried to turn it into some type of intellectual thing. It's like, Amanda, stop. Just stop. But let me let you guys listen to what she had to say on that. And that will be the conclusion of the video. You guys drop down in the comments if you have any more comments on this particular incident. Tell me what you think about Amanda and her comments that you're getting ready to hear, and acting like her and the BAM is like on the same team in that. And the BAM probably like, I don't know why that woman trying to act like we friends, because we not. So let's listen.
So when this former rapper, now reality show cast member, threw my name out in a podcast, I thought to myself, is this something I even want to address? I am Amanda Seales. I always address things.
So yeah. Hold on. I think I didn't play it all the way through. Hold on. Start it back over.
When this former rapper, now reality show cast member, threw my name out in a podcast, I thought to myself, is this something I even want to address? I am Amanda Seales. I always address things. Do not reflect your emotional unintellectualism and insecurity onto me and Bambi.
What? Girl, what? I can't even repeat that. Your emotional insecurity. What, Amanda? Don't try to turn this into some type of intellectual. Okay, girls, just stop. All you had to do was say, Scrap, I don't know what you was trying to do. I had already let the girl know that we had kicked it or whatever. You know what I mean? Just be real about it. Don't try to turn it into some type of me and her on the same team and you emotionally insecure and all this stuff. It's like, girl, you should have let the woman know ahead of time and not tell her during an interview, point blank in the period. You guys drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Amanda's response and her reply. And do you really feel like she told her for real during this interview? Or do you think it was something that they discussed prior to? I don't think so. I feel like the way that awkward laugh from the BAM, I feel like she didn't know. And she was just kind of just trying to take it in and play it off, but she did not know. So, and then the fact that you're going to then come on and say, don't try to put whatever on me and the BAM, like y'all have talked about it after the fact, because I don't believe that she's talked to this woman since this interview, because the BAM was probably pissed and probably wanted to hit the woman before she left. You guys drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe, and please hit your notifications. Until next time, bye.